So where we going next? The Nets?
No, I actually wanted to talk about I didn't take any notes on the Nets. So I mean if you want to do the Nets we could do, but I was gonna say Cleveland.
All right, yeah. Basically, with the Nets, obviously we're Nets fans, but thing
Well,
with the Nets is like they're a game out of first place, and they don't have Kyrie. So I don't know, man. They're obviously still really good without Kyrie. They could still perform. They still have all these other players, like benchy players that are still really good. So as long as like Harden is playing really well, so if they just keep in that top three, don't get too far away, like or just get to first place and just stay in first the whole way and just give their guys some rest. It's another championship potential team, especially if like for some reason Kyrie's able to come back without getting vaccinated. Yeah, it's just they're one of the contenders, man.
yeah, and they played Golden State today. They got spanked by I didn't see the final score, but at one point they were almost down by 30. And numerous times the announcer said it. The Nets are without Joe Harris, without Nick Claxton, and without Paul Millsap, and obviously Kyrie Irving. But I feel like Kyrie's the I don't know if Kyrie Irving plays this year, to be 100% honest with you. I don't think he will. But those other three guys, those are key rotation guys, especially Joe Harris. It's still hard to forgive him for last season's playoffs. Just guy couldn't shoot a rock in the ocean, but he's still a three-point shooter. You still gotta respect it. And yeah, man, just it doesn't even feel like the Nets have even really played as good as they should. And like you said, they're still right there. It could take number one. And if they get healthy and just things start gelling, I don't even know if James Harden's in shape, but if James Harden gets in real good shape, yeah, definitely they could take it. They can go to first seed.
Yeah, and obviously these rule changes are a big deal. Like it's not been easy for James Harden and some of these players with these rule changes, but they'll get used to it. They're still almost in first place, so that's
By
pretty
the
much
way,
it.
I love the rule change, bro. That stuff was getting out of control.
It's gotten a lot more physical, man. I see some guys getting in some fights and shit.
I'd rather see that than see some guy literally lean in a good 6 inches
Yeah.
to try and draw a foul. Like that stuff, bro, I think you can agree with me. It literally at some point just got out of control. Like,
I'll be honest, it feels like more like playground basketball now. Like, cause when we're in the park, there's no refs. Like, you're not saying like, oh man, like that was an offensive foul, like some bullshit like that. Like, there's none of that in the park unless you're really like the only times I ever heard somebody call an offensive foul was when I was like almost like physically gonna fight the guy. You know what I mean? Like that's when a guy decides to do an offensive foul and I truck him and then like he gets angry because I dropped him on the ground and then you end up fighting with somebody. That's the only time. Like if you're gonna do an offensive foul, you're pretty much saying, okay, we're gonna fight. Like that's that's like the truth of it. But in the NBA, the offensive foul is like this thing where like everyone just tries to like throw their body in the way of people and like not even really like try to defend it or steal the ball. They just throw themselves in front. And I understand it's like part of the game. But then on the offensive side, to do that, where you're just like throwing yourself on the guy to say he's fouling you in the park, that doesn't work. Like that's just a weird thing. So yeah, it's more like playground basketball now. I like it.
yeah, I'm really glad they got rid of that stupid lean in to draw the foul stuff. Remember when I showed you the thing of what was his name? Shaquille Harrison or something? I think it was Bulls Lakers, and the guy literally got the Laker player to jump, had his back fully to the basket, bro, flung it over over his head, yo.
Yeah.
And because he got this guy to jump into him, he literally got three free throws.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's weird.
No
I
one,
don't
no one's gonna shoot like that unless it's the only time that would actually happen. Maybe if you're like, okay, there's 1 second, this guy just he's trying to get it towards the rim because whatever, like he's just trying to shoot it.
yeah.
But no one's gonna just shoot that shot with like 10 seconds on the clock or something. So yeah,
Yeah,
glad
and
they did that.
the leg kick thing where like they would shoot it and like stick their leg out, and then
Yeah.
because the person touched their leg all the way over here, it affected their shot. I don't know. That one
Yeah,
was weird too.
they're actually calling that offensive foul now. So good, 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 man.